Welcome to MMA Dogs. My name is Hector. This is my dog Dan.
Hi.
And we are in Las Vegas, the home of the UFC and the mecca of MMA. In our opinion, and we've talked about this before. What do you got, dog?
Yeah, we both agree on this. They go out there and finish a fight early in the first round, but don't get caught speeding. Don't get caught speeding on this fight.
They're against a guy who just got bit by a dog with rabies or something.
For me, it's do not bet.
And betting advice: do not bet.
But it's going to be one of those things, guys. I really feel it.
It's unanimous. MMA Dogs have spoken. 5-star, and that's going to be a knockout. Just something to highlight the night.
MMADawgs.com. MMADAWGS.com.
Let's take a look at a matchup that has generated a ton of interest, has generated a lot of attention. I mean, this fight is something that so many people want to see happen, and I really want to see it. I know my dog really wants to see it. That is a matchup between Conor McGregor and Diego Sanchez. Now, Conor McGregor has burst onto the UFC scene. He's been fighting in Ireland for a while now, so everybody in Europe, everybody knows who he is over there, but now he's on the UFC scene. A lot of people like his style, his stand-up is excellent. Very excellent stand-up. His timing is good, his distance is good, and he's a guy who has the confidence, what it takes to say, hey, you know what, put me on the pay-per-view, put me on the pedestal. Hey, Dana, take me out. We'll have a great time. I'll promote these fights. Kind of like that Chael Sonnen factor, and he's still young in his UFC career to where he can build himself up to be a superstar, but he has to win. He has to win in order to get to that next level. So that's what he's trying to do. So props to him. With Diego Sanchez, we have a guy who's already accomplished that. He's fought the best guys. He has the stardom. He already has the respect of the people. That fight we saw with Gilbert Melendez and Diego Sanchez, my goodness, what a just one of my all-time favorite fights. One of my all-time unbelievable favorite fights. And Diego Sanchez just shows that heart, the heart of probably one of the greatest hearts in MMA, really. And the chin, probably the best chin in MMA. I mean, this would be an excellent matchup. I mean, honestly, I believe it probably won't happen, but I believe it could headline a pay-per-view. I would definitely buy it. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I'd buy it 2 times. And this would be a really good matchup. You got to think that with Diego Sanchez having that heart, having that chin, it would be extremely difficult to count him out of it just because Conor McGregor is so hot. Conor McGregor is, the guy that everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to say, oh, hey, who's the best? Who's the most talked about fighter? Who's the hottest fighter right now in MMA? Who's the one we're talking about? Well, Conor McGregor is one of them. And with Diego Sanchez, like I said, just a living legend, really. I mean, this guy, I remember him. I remember watching him on The Ultimate Fighter, and I was in high school at the time. Actually, I was in high school at the time, and my dad and I would watch The Ultimate Fighter. My dad's really into martial arts, and so we would watch UFC. We would watch mixed martial arts together. And Diego Sanchez was a guy who would get picked on the show. He'd get picked on the show, and guys would talk shit to him. And Diego Sanchez stayed very quiet, very composed and very quiet. And you start feeling bad for the guys. Like, he's getting picked on by these guys. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'll beat your ass and this and that. And Diego Sanchez is very quiet and composed. And when they stepped in that octagon, this monster got unleashed. I mean, these guys were like, the guys sitting on the sidelines were watching like, holy shit. Like, this quiet guy, this quiet kid is a monster in the octagon. And somebody like that, it's a very interesting matchup. Something I definitely want to see. I can't wait for it to happen. It has to happen in 2014. It has to happen. That's the one fight that Dana White, and I believe Dana White will make it happen. So I'll turn it over to my dog, Dan. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, dog. This fight, you brought up a good point about headlining a pay-per-view. I think it would be good for pay-per-view, but I think it would be actually better as a free fight, headlining a free card, perhaps in I know that the UFC is going to Ireland this year and Poland this year. Even if it's not in one of those countries, I still think it would do really well. But I mean, with the fan base behind Conor McGregor, you have to think that they would do it like in the area where the fans deserve it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there's the heart that Diego Sanchez shows. He kind of revolves around the saying that Nate Diaz used to say before he got knocked out by Josh Thompson, and that was, "I don't lose, I just run out of time. I just run out of time. I don't lose, I just run out of time."
Yes.
But that's really easy to say in 3-round fights. And there's another saying that there's actually a joke revolving Diego Sanchez that says, and it's a Dos Equis joke, and it's based on his wins over Martin Kampmann and Takuma Gomi, and that's saying, "I don't always lose, but when I do, I win." And because both those fights were controversial. But then a lot of people think about the Gilbert Melendez fight, the Jake Ellenberger fight. What would have happened if those fights were 5 rounds? And that's why this fight has to be 5 rounds. Has to be 5 rounds. If it's a 3-round fight,
no way.
Hopefully I'll watch it. But man, to see Conor McGregor win by a landslide in the first 2 rounds and then give the last round to Diego Sanchez, we'll always wonder what if. So this fight has to be 5 rounds. And if it doesn't happen in 2014, let Conor McGregor no, I'll say Conor McGregor. I'll go out on a limb and say let Conor McGregor work his way up, perhaps get the title, and then do the matchup. Then do the matchup. So I would say if you guys want to see this fight, tell us your predictions below in the comments, and we'll get a good discussion going.
Now we've talked a little bit about it. You can check out our website. It's MMADAWGS.com. You can see our track record there. In the last 34 UFC events, we have tracked every single pick. The 5-star picks are undefeated. They're 100%. The 4-star picks are right around 85%. And the 3-star picks are right around 60%. So, you can pick your poison there, see which one you like. And then we're doing a special deal right now. It's a special promo. Sometimes it'll be there, sometimes it won't. It just depends on the time and the season. But it's early bird price. So if you're interested in betting on MMA and you want to get your feet wet and you want to see what it's all about, we offer a price, $20. It's not a bad deal at all. And then we also have a regular online price, which is $35, a good deal too. And so check out the website. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down here, or also shoot us an email. We've got our information on there. You can explore the site, check out all the different things. And that sums it up. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys real soon.
You got money on them, say. If you know who gon' win, say MMA.